Hi guys, today I'm back with a Colourpop haul and I decided to include a little try on so you could actually see the majority of the products in action. So I have an eyeshadow palette, some of their new super colorful stuff, a bunch of lip products that I absolutely don't need. If you're curious to see more Colourpop content, I will link a playlist down below. I've reviewed both the foundations, I've done a few more haul try on type of things. So if you're curious about a lot of my favorite products, I will link to that down below. As well, there will be a little mini giveaway coming at the end of this video, so let's go ahead and get started. So the day before I purchased these products, I was actually kind of perusing the website being like, should I place an order? There was a few new things that were intriguing me and I saw this palette and I was like, wow, this is really gorgeous. I put it in my cart and the next day I went back and I was like, I'm gonna buy it. And I saw the Shayla stuff was launching, so I was like, cool, I will wait till whatever time it is and pick up some of the Shayla items as well. When I went to check out, this went out of stock. I was like, are you freaking kidding me? I don't know when this launched or how new it is, but it is the Colourpop Pressed Powder Sweet Talk Palette. It has 4 different textures in there. I know it has like the super shock shadows, like the pressed shadows. It also has some like self-adhering glitter in here, and the shades in here just really called my name. I am a huge fan of the Colourpop Yes Please palette. I have a full 3 looks 1 palette on that. Obsessed. They make really, really gorgeous eyeshadows. The selection here really called to me. The pressed glitters really intrigued me. I'm not a huge glitter person, honestly. I love a good shimmery shade, but just everything about this really, really intrigued me. So as you can see, I did use it for my eye look today, and so far so good. This is my first time using it, and as I expected, the mattes and the shimmers in here are really, really gorgeous. The only thing I was kind of unsure about was the pressed glitters. I thought they were really beautiful. I would never ever just put this on my eye and assume it is self-adhering. That's what it says on the website. I don't know if that means like you can skip primer. I still put down a little primer. I didn't, however, put down a glitter primer. I found it easy to work with. I am wearing the Prima Drama shade on my lids today. I did get a little bit of fallout. I would make sure to kind of, like, I used my finger. Make sure you tap it on as opposed to kind of like rubbing it. Make sure you don't have too much, because then I ended up getting it kind of caught in my eyelashes. Definitely not a glitter pro, but overall I gotta say I really, really like this palette. But the thing is, and I didn't finish my story at all, was that it was out of stock when I went to purchase it, so I had to buy this whole like gift set or collection, I guess, that came with this palette because I wanted this palette so much. So this palette itself was $18, which is like, their palettes are getting up there in price, especially because it's USD when you're purchasing on the website if you are a Canadian subscriber of mine. But I thought it was really, really gorgeous. And I mean, not that it's not worth $18 American, but it's just like, I noticed the price is going up. So I had to purchase like a $40 kit just to get this palette because I was so into it. So you'll see a few of those products coming throughout the haul, but otherwise so far so good on this palette. And I did just check, as of filming this video, it is in stock as a single palette if you wanted to purchase it that way. I should also say, when it comes to shipping, when I went to purchase this, if you follow me on Instagram, you already know this information, but when I went to purchase, it said that they have like a new system when it comes to international shipping, and for Canadians, we should incur less cost because historically, every single one of my Colourpop orders was not only did I have to, you know, pay the USD to Canadian conversion, which makes you pay more, but I had to pay customs at the door, so it could be like 20 bucks extra at the door, which is just like never a good surprise. And I mean, like I've said before, the products are affordable, but they become less and less affordable the more kind of fees and things that kind of pop up. So on the website, it did say that they've gotten rid of those fees. When it showed up at my door, this came in I think about 7 or 8 days, which is amazing. I've had really bad luck with Colourpop shipping in the past. Like, one was lost, others take a really long time, or it shows up and I'm paying $20 at the door and I'm like, you're lucky that I'm obsessed with your lip liners and your products because the shipping is atrocious. So when it showed up, it actually shipped out of Mississauga, Ontario, which is here in Canada. It's like, I don't know, 30 minutes to an hour outside of Toronto depending on traffic. So some of you had messaged me and said that your package shipped out of California. So I don't know if it depends on the product or the time, or if they're starting to only ship out of Mississauga, but either way, that is really, really exciting to see that they do have at least some Canadian distribution, it seems. That's all my speculation though. But anyways, I decided to pick up this liquid liner. They have a whole line of really cool colored liners that are liquid, along with mascaras as well. So I picked up the liquid liner. This one is in the shade, it's the yellow, and it's in the shade Make Love. I decided to use it today, which maybe was a bit of a mistake, but I thought it performed pretty well going over the glitter. It did get some glitter kind of stuck on here, but I thought it looked really, really good. And I like that it's a liquid because colorful liners always come in that more gel style. And for me, that might be something I would put in the waterline or along my lower lash line, but it's almost never something that I'm going to use for a winged liner. I'm regretting not picking out more shades, but so far the formula seems really good on this. I think yellow is like a super fun color. Fenty just launched a bunch of colorful liners. I have yet to try those, but I do like this format better than something that comes in the typical kind of, what is that style, like the dip with the dippy bit, you know? I prefer this. So far so good. So moving into those mascaras, I was totally influenced by my friend Aisha. She is a YouTube goddess, and she did a post for Colourpop for them a little while back using their BFF volumizing mascara in blue, and she had it on her lower and upper lashes, and it looked incredible. And my problem with a lot of colored mascaras is they never actually look colored, or they're never actually any good in formula. So I haven't tried this on my upper lashes, but I am wearing it on my lower lashes today in the blue shade, which is Blue Ya Mind, and I feel like it looks quite blue. It's not like a deep navy, because sometimes you want it to be a little more subtle, but sometimes you want to be more out there, and the out there shades don't tend to exist very much. And then I also decided to pick up the pink because I thought it looked really cool, and it's like a bright, or not like a totally neon, but kind of like a magenta-y pink. So I thought that that would look really cool. Like I said, I have not tried this one yet, but stay tuned to see them in upcoming videos. And they come in a bunch of different shades, which I just think is so cool, especially because it is a more affordable brand. You know, I wouldn't go spend $35 on a pink mascara. Like, I have a hard time spending $35 on a black mascara that I'm gonna wear every day. So it's nice to see some colorful options. So here are two products that I didn't plan to buy, but I ended up buying because they came in that set. These are the Jelly Much shadows, and again, referring to Aisha again, she did show this on her Instagram a little while back, and I was curious about it, but I hadn't decided to purchase it. But then these came with a set, so I was like, okay, I guess I'll try it. This shade is not really one that I think I'm going to be very into. It's called Big Ego. I mean, I might try it, but it's kind of that purpley blue-brown, blue-green kind of switchy thing. This one, however, is really gorgeous. It's in Close to You. I haven't tried these. I meant to use this today in kind of space because I was spending so much time trying to figure out what glitter I wanted to put on my eyes, and then by the time I did that, I kind of forgot about this, and I didn't also want to put this and a glitter because I didn't know if it would mess it up. Talking so much as always, but I have swatched these. They look really beautiful. They don't have like a super strong base, but they're also not a full only glitter, and they are jelly eyeshadow, so they have a really interesting texture. I feel like that means they're gonna stick around because they don't have a lot of slip. I was expecting them to be like kind of greasy, but they don't feel that way, so I'm gonna need to play around with these a little bit more. The texture is really interesting, comes in a bunch of cool shades. I think they also have jelly eyeshadows that don't have the glitter in them, but these have the glitter. Yeah, I'm gonna have to keep playing with these, but definitely an interesting formula. Now, I didn't see this purchase coming from myself, but I decided to revisit these because I feel like my preference in makeup has changed a little bit. I'm enjoying things I didn't once enjoy, and I wanted to give these another shot because when Colourpop first launched, I was so excited. The swatches were so satisfying, and I kept buying eyeshadows, blushes, and never using them. And I think I decluttered the majority of them, at least the cheek products, I'm almost positive. So I decided to try again. So I picked up the Super Shock Cheek Matte in Get Laid, and I gotta say, I really enjoyed it. I must say, I really, really love this shade. It was easy to apply. I would recommend something like a little bit of a denser brush. This is the VDL brush from their Pantone collection. It's just a little bit kind of dense at the top. So anything like this is what I use to pop it on. You could also use your fingers. You could probably use a sponge as well. Make sure you close these really tight because the air can get at them, and that will just crack and dry them up. They're almost like this kind of, if you have yet to try them, like a hybrid cream powder with a little bounce but still kind of stiff. I don't know, they're a bit of an odd texture, and that's why I didn't like them. I found them hard to apply, and at the time of using this was when I did not like cream products either, and I wasn't willing to make it work, and I'm still not really that interested in having to work hard to make a product work, if that makes sense, but it kind of depends. Like, I'm kind of into this now. It's like I was talking about that Milk bronzer stick and like how it's stinky and it drags on your skin, but I still love it. Like, It depends. I contradict myself sometimes, okay? And then I went so back and forth on which of the highlighters to get, and I settled on Wisp. And when I looked at this, I was like, oh no, it's kind of like a cool toned taupey bronze in here, and I was like, what is this? But I gotta say, on the skin, it almost, when I first put it on, I felt like it looked a little too white and like it had too strong of a white base, but at the same time, I feel like that almost makes it look more natural in a weird way. And I'm not saying that this looks natural at all. I mean, I'm wearing a lot of makeup right now, but it looks more natural than something that's going to be a super warm glow on your face. And when I blended it out with a sponge, I thought it looked gorgeous. I used my Inglot, no, that's not it. I used this Inglot 4SS brush. I love this as a highlighter brush. It's a little more dense, so I wouldn't use it with my super powdery highlighters because it would just pop on too much product. But because, again, this is kind of like that creamy powder weird texture, I felt like this did a good job picking up just enough and build very slowly with this type of thing, because you can definitely go overboard, but it doesn't have any glitter in there, any strong shimmers. It looks really good on the skin. So I don't know, man. I think I've kind of come back around to these. I've had I've had a little bit of a revolution in terms of what I like, so I'm glad that I tried these again. So I picked up a bunch of lip products, the absolute last thing that I needed, but in my opinion, Colourpop makes some of the best lip products out there in terms of finish, shade, availability, price. They're just so incredible. So I wanted to try some of their, what are these even called? They're Luxe lipsticks. It's just kind of like a regular lipstick, we'll call it. So I picked up two, and then two were forced upon me in that set that I got. So the first one that I picked up is the 7 Springs, and these do come in different formulas. So 7 Springs is kind of this like muted, deep peachy orange, which I just thought was so gorgeous and will look so nice with my favorite lip liner, which is BFF3. And the texture of this, like, super pigmented, glides on like a dream, like really beautiful formula. Then I also decided to pick up this pink. This is in Fake Love, which is a velvet blur formula. So I don't know if that's their version of matte. I really didn't look into it. And honestly, like, normally I'll do a lot of Googling before I make any purchases online, but I kind of went into a lot of these a little bit blind. I was kind of like, you know what? Let me buy this, see what happens. At the very least, it'll make for an interesting video if it's all horrible, and I gotta say I did pretty good. So this one is in the shade Fake Love. Like I said, it's the Velvet Blur formula, so it's a little bit more matte, and I kind of expect that out of a pink this shade. When things get more neon, sometimes the formula can get a bit dicey. Not that this is a dicey formula, but it's definitely a little bit more matte than something like the cream formula that just kind of glided on. Glided on? Glided on? I don't know. Someone will tell me in the comment section. And then the other two that I got came with the set that I mentioned. So I actually really like this shade. It's in the shade Spring Roll. It's kind of like this creamy nude shade. Again, will look really good with a lip liner. I liked it on its own, but I think it will be really gorgeous with a lip liner. It's the kind of shade I really love. And then Tea Time, again, was a cream. And this shade I like too, but it's definitely not a shade that I would have bought because, I don't know, it's just not a shade I would have bought. But it is pretty. I'm not like mad at it or anything, but again, it was, like I said, forced on me in in the case of having to buy that set. But they are really beautiful shades, and overall, oopsie daisies, overall the formula is really nice if you have yet to try these. And the packaging is nice too. It's like a little bit weighted, almost like a Charlotte Tilbury lipstick, so it feels very luxe. So then I picked up two of the Colourpop Blotted lips, and I am the hugest fan of the Colourpop satin lipsticks. I think that they do not get talked about enough. They are such a comfortable formula. It's like if you want a full coverage lipstick that's long wearing but it's not dry, because I know a lot of people felt their ultra matte lips were dry. The satins, again, one of the best lip formulas out there, no matter what the price, whatever. Just formula alone, so gorgeous. So I was kind of perusing, trying to see, you know, did I want to get some more of those, but there was no shades that were really calling to me. But I did try their Blotted lips a little while back and really loved those, and I really like stains, and I feel like there's not many stains out there, and they're always kind of the same shades. So that's what I like about the Blotted lips, is they're a very interesting formula. You can definitely wear them a little bit more full on, or today I'm wearing one kind of mixed with a lip liner, but you'll see it in the swatches and whatnot. So this shade, I I've been trying to wear more mauves because there's a Maybelline lipstick in Mauve It To Me or whatever it was out of that Made For Me collection, which I thought was gorgeous. And I was like, let me try more like mauvey pinks, because the only shade of lipstick that I will not wear is something that is like a Barbie pink. So then this showed up and I was like, oh no, look at a little Barbie, but that's what I'm wearing right now. So I thought it looked really gorgeous on its own. Actually, I was surprised. I went to put it on a little bit more full on, and as you'll see, I kind of blotted it out to make it a little bit more wearable on my lips. Like, don't be bound by what you see or what you think should happen with makeup. Like, when I introduced lip liners into my lipstick game, everything changed on what I could wear and what I thought looked good and what I thought the kind of shades were that I could wear. So anyways, I won't start preaching, but this is in the shade Pitter Ponder, and then I decided to put this on with a lip liner that I'm going to be showing you as well. We might as well talk about that now. Where is it? And I love this. So this is, I wanted like another, so I picked up another BFF3, which is my favorite lip liner ever. If you are my skin tone, a little bit lighter, a little bit darker, absolutely add that to your bag next time. Add 2 of them. But I decided to pick this one up in the shade Obvi, and they've changed their packaging. Hopefully it's a little more sturdy, because in the past it's been a little bit dicey. Also, fun fact, you can sharpen these. I know it looks like you can't because they're plastic, just in case. I remember years ago I was like, wait, what do I do with this? This is going to be another staple in my collection. I think this is gorgeous, and I loved pairing it with this shade. I really, really love this lip. It's like pink, but has depth. It's a little mauvey, purpley, pinky. I don't know. I really, really love this combination. And then I also picked up the Ultra Blotted lip in Soda Pop. This one is a little bit deeper. Again, like I said, you can kind of put it on more full on. You can blot it on, like they say. And it doesn't really feel like much of anything on your lips, depending on how much you put on. You can also wear a gloss over it. You can wear it on its own. Quite long wearing as well, depending on the shade you get. And there are quite a few different shades. And then the last things that I picked up, like I said, I did get the BFF3, which I decided to pick up in support of Shayla. They do have this as a permanent shade as well, but I figured I would get it in the special packaging. And also I picked up the BFF4. So this is a little bit deep. I was planning on wearing this for this video. I was kind of trying out a combination, so I put this on my lips in combination with the Spring Roll lipstick and the Seven Springs, trying to create like a nudie peachy thing, and it all got a little bit dark. So this is something that I'll probably wear with like reds, with darker shades to add a little bit of definition, but it's a little too deep for my skin tone to do what, like the kind of lip that I've done today. To do something like this, I would reach for the BFF3 or the now Obvi lip pencil that I just picked up. But if you have a darker skin tone and you're looking for something to make nudes more wearable or to add definition to your lips or whatever it might be, I think this is going to be a really good shade, and I think that's kind of what it was intended for, because there is a BFF 1 and 2, and I have 2 and it's a little light for me. So 3 is perfect, 4 is a little bit too deep, but it totally makes sense that they've added another one because I'm obviously not that dark. So if you are any bit darker than me, then BFF3 wouldn't be a great option. So hopefully this becomes permanent. I don't know how that's going to work if her name is attached to the launch of it. But anyways, yeah, really excited about this. And I didn't pick up anything else from the collection. I'm regretting not picking up actually just the lip duos, because she keeps posting like videos and pictures of it, and it looks so good. I mean, obviously like she's incredibly gorgeous, but it looks really pretty. And I passed on the eyeshadow palette because I really did need another one, although the pop of yellow was very intriguing to me. So that is everything that I picked up. But what I did want to mention was they sent me this, and it says, "Sorry we're late," and it included an ultra matte lip in there. And like I said, this showed up on May 1st. I'm filming this on May 14th, and it showed up, I'm pretty sure, on like May 9th. So there were times when I ordered from them and it didn't show up at all, or it showed up after like a month and there was no peep from them, and now it was like came in 9 days and I got this. I'm like not complaining. But anyways, they sent the ultra matte lip in the shade Tuesday, so this is up for grabs. I will have a blog post down below because I don't need another lipstick. I just bought a bunch, so I figured I would put this up for grabs, and I'll throw a couple other goodies in there for you. All the details will be on my blog if you would like to enter down below. It's funny actually, pretty much every Colourpop video I've done that's a haul, I've always done a giveaway because I always accidentally order more than one of something, and this is the first time I haven't, but then that showed up. So I was like, oh, that's very poetic. So be sure to enter the giveaway down below. Let me know down below what your favorites are from Colourpop. Would you like a Colourpop favorites from me? I don't know. I feel like I definitely have enough, but I feel like I've also covered it in a lot of videos as well. So thank you so much for watching. If you'd like to connect with me, you can find me on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook at SamanthaJaneYT, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!